So, I don't know.
Should we like do a podcast or something?
How you doing, Max?
I'm good, my friend. How you doing, Mac?
I'm tired as shit. Like, bro.
I wonder why. Have you been somewhere? Like, is there a place that you traveled to for an event of some description?
Besides the strip club last night?
Besides that.
Oh, Vegas then. Vegas was pretty cool, though. Here's my thing. I am undefeated in Vegas, bro. You do
Vegas
not
never beat
find
you.
some... Yeah, and like some people are like, hey, bro, if I don't leave Vegas with that criteria, the criteria I'm about to bring up, they'll be like, you didn't do it right. Hey, bitch. Or maybe I'm just built different, you know? Never left Vegas, like, hungover as dog shit. Never left Vegas, you know, down a shit ton of money. Okay, wait. I did one time leave Vegas with my credit card stolen.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't think that counts, right?
Unless the casino stole it.
No, I think I knew exactly who stole it, too. I think I knew exactly, yeah. That was years ago. But anyway, I am just tired as shit because I am the first one up and the last one to go to sleep because I do not waste time when I'm on the strip. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that dude walking through, you know, it's like 4 a.m. in Vegas. Doesn't matter what day it is. The city never sleeps, but the people up at that time are not the homies. Not the homies. They're the people sitting there looking like at a slot machine with a fucking drink, leaning over going like, my wife is gonna fucking kill me, bro.
Oh, that was the money for my son's bar mitzvah. Oh, yeah. God.
But I never, ever leave Vegas all. I'm just fucking tired, bro.
There you go.
But yeah, I was in Vegas. I don't remember what for.
Was in Vegas.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with the number 69.
Yeah, the brothels. Oh, the fight 269. Yeah. That's what I meant. Pause.
As well as.
Yeah, no. I'm saving myself for marriage anyway. So that was a joke.
Not on our Christian podcast, guys.
Hell no, brother. Praise God. Speaking of God, someone turned their back on Amanda Nunes. What the fuck, bro? Dog, what? All right, I say that we have to get into that right off the bat. I
think that's where it starts.
Okay.
So you were in the crowd. We need to get this out of the way first. The 2 times that you have seen Amanda Nunes fight live, she got her ass beat.
Like beat up, yeah.
Like proper. Yeah.
That's something maybe we should look up and verify.
Yes.
I think I've only seen her once because like it would be pretty forgettable if I saw her smoke someone, you know?
Yeah, it's just day to day. Okay,
so I was at the first one she was on for sure was an interesting card because it's one a lot of people are talking about. It was UFC 178.
178.
Supposed to be Cormier. Yeah, it was supposed to be Cormier versus Jones. That pulled out, so it was Carriasso or whatever versus Demetrius. But that's where Conor smoked Dustin. That's where Nunes lost to Kat Zingano. And Dominic,
she did get the piss beat out of her.
Like, beat the fuck up, yeah. And then, who else was on that card? Dominic Cruz came back and smoked Takaya Mizugaki.
Which everyone in bantamweight returns and beats up Mizugaki. That's kind of how it goes. Garbrandt did that.
Yeah, that's why we say he takes one for the team every time. Takes one for the team, Mizugaki. That's where Takaya comes from, I believe. I don't speak Japanese, I think that's what it means. I'm pretty sure.
I speak Japanese. Can confirm. Okay. Also, I believe Yoel Romero sat on a stool.
That was a stool gate, yes. And people get that confused with the time he shit his pants. It was not that time. It was the time Tim Kennedy was about to...
Different kind of stool.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's had 2 stool gates. He's had 2.
It's true.
But this was the one where he actually sat on a fucking stool.
For too long.
Damn, can you imagine, though? Anyway, yeah. So, okay, so I was at that one. Well, I guess it would be easier to just look up Amanda Nunes' fights.
Well, her losses...
So go from Amanda Nunes up, and then tell me, like, what events they were.
So we got... She loses to Zingano. She beats Baszler at Fight Night 62.
Not there.
Beats McMahon at 73.
Not there.
And then, of course, 196, McGregor versus Diaz. She beats Shevchenko.
That was Diaz 2?
Diaz 1.
Hold up. No, are you dead ass?
Yeah, man.
Are you dead?
Yeah.
Because I was at
Wait,
that
no.
one.
Did she?
I was at that
Yeah,
one.
she beat Shevchenko, and then it was the same card Michite beat Holly Holm.
That's why I don't remember it. What the fuck, bro? I had to watch Diaz beat Connor and Holly Holm get choked out after winning 5 rounds. Okay,
Yup.
okay, so maybe I'm not the bad luck charm I thought.
There
Okay.
you go. We've beaten the curse already.
And I've successfully 6 minutes into our first podcast ever. I look like a fucking casual.
And then 200, 207, 215, 224, 232,
No.
239, 245, 250, 259, and of course, UFC 269.
Okay, so wow, I saw one of the Valentina Shevchenko Nunes fights.
I know this. You probably didn't even know who Val was at that point. Like,
No, I had a lingering suspicion that this girl's gonna beat Holly one day. I don't fucking like her. What? I didn't. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so I guess I've been to 3 Nunes fights, but anyway, let's go. Okay, back on that. So yeah. So, but I'm still probably 2 out of 3 bad luck charm.
That's all right.
So
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. So what was the original question about all this madness?
So Amanda Nunes, that was the original question. She got her ass handed to her.
Here's the thing, man.
What was it like being in the crowd when that was happening? Because people are saying it's the biggest upset of all time. I disagree, but
Let's because
it's massive.
Dude, we gotta talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay, so I'll explain what it was kind of like in the crowd. So in the crowd, what was funny was, I got my brother sitting next to me. He's I wouldn't call him a casual, but he's not like a hardcore fan. He loves the fights, but he watches when he can and whatnot. But he sitting there swiping Tinder and shit, bro, looking for a date after the fights, thinking, oh,
Vegas.
Yeah, man's gonna smoke or fuck it, So I'm talking to this homie sitting next to me, who I forget what he says. Like his friends were sitting somewhere else. It was the only way they all got to go, so he had a ticket next to me, so he didn't have anyone to talk to. I'll fucking talk to anybody, bro. I'll preach the gospel to anybody.
Of MMA.
Yeah. Let me tell you about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ while I got a beer in my hand. I'm watching people get beat the shit out of each other in a cage. But anyway, no, he was down as fucking. He knew his shit and whatever. And like, we kind of previewed the card together a little bit. And these people behind us, Nunes walks out, or no, Pena would have been first. So Pena walks out, and these people behind us, this big group, they're all wearing like matching shirts and shit, are going nuts, dude, like nuts. Like as if she's already won the fight. And I look over at my boy, I forget his name, Vegas, I forget. I look over at my boy, and I'm like, dog, they're about to be really fucking disappointed. He's like,
yeah,
I know, dude, I know. Like, I was like, fuck, like, I didn't even realize Pena had these type of like stands. She's like,
fans, man.
Dude, I didn't know either. I mean, they are screaming. Eddie Alvarez's wife screaming.
Oh yeah, piercing.
Yeah, so I'm like, what in the fuck? So it was funny, at the beginning of the fight, when she gets dropped, I look over at my boy,
At your boy.
and we're both just giving each other these looks like,
That's happening.
dog, poor people back there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't wish ill on anybody, and like I didn't even care. Like if Pena won, cool. I just didn't see any chance in hell. That's just not the one, because I thought if she had a chance, it was going to be later on the rounds. Maybe she gets tired and maybe we can figure something out on the ground. Then the tide started shifting, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I started looking at my boy and my homie and my brother. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe they knew something we didn't. And I'm like, dude, these might be fucking witches sitting next to us, bro. They cast some type of fucking spell, bro.
They sacrificed the goat.
And for the goat. Like that, bro.
Exactly.
A goat for a goat.
They sacrificed the goat.
It was a big ass goat they must have murked out in like the strip somewhere, bro. But anyway, I start looking at my boy and I'm like, I'm glad we weren't talking shit to their face, what the fuck ever. It goes around 2. I turn around, like I asked these homies, because second round, right? Was when it finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after the first round, I turn around like, dude, I can't even lie. was like, I was concerned for you guys. I was like, but now this shit's looking pretty good for your girl. I'm like, you know, why are you guys such big fans? You guys, I started kind of putting it together. Why you guys got matching shirts? And it was her family. It was Pena's extended family, out all sitting in a group. Made this big old trip out there, and me and the homie just kind of start rattling off. And he's telling me about this. I was like, bro, I did not see this coming. He's like, bro, oh, this is, you know, he's so over the moon. I'm so happy for him, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't have a bet on this or anything. And when that video I posted, super high quality because I'm dope, and I got a sick ass phone.
It's not sponsored by Samsung, but
we will be after that.
We will be.
I mean, watch me post the other finishes, bro. But anyway, dude, when she started getting her on the feet a little bit, and everyone started realizing, oops, oops. I'm like standing there going like, there's no fucking way, dude. Amanda, when she caught her, like she was exiting out of like a little tiny exchange, and she caught her with that. I think it was a right hand, and that's right before she backed her up against the fence. I went, oops, like bro, what? And these people behind us are like short circuiting, bro. I'm surprised they didn't pass out, like. So I'm now getting into it like, fuck it, we're Pena now, let's get it, baby. It was fucking nuts, dude. I think that's gotta be one of the loudest moments I've ever witnessed at a fight card live. I think Aldo versus McGregor, or louder. Aldo or Conor versus Mendez might have been the two loudest, like all time.
That's how you know we're talking about a moment, right? Because history. You're comparing them to Conor McGregor fights,
and the big ones were the
biggest ones,
and then I think the other time was Brandon Moreno on Figgy 2, where he dropped him in Arizona, and we were there, and it got louder for that when Diaz rocked him, bro, rocked Leon.
Oh, rocked Edwards? Fuck.
Yeah, and I have other people from the event that were there, too. They're like, no, dude, it really did. That was the loudest it got, dude. You know, that was an all-time fan reaction. And, like, I don't think people dislike Nunes. I think it was really just more like, what the fuck are we seeing? And it wasn't some type of boring, oh, she's been hugging her legs for 4 rounds. Now Amanda's finally tired, sunk something in. That'd still be crazy, but it's like, oh, you got hands? Cool. You know, oh, you got peep this, though. I barely got hands, but peep this. Like, bro, what the fuck? Dude. So let me pan to you for a second, because, you know, you're definitely the more trained and technical analysis type guy. What do you think happened there? I have my theories, and I'll drop mine after yours.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not as big on Twitter as Mr. McMalley here, but I was tweeting during the event, and I think what I tweeted was, ha 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 ha, this is the worst boxing I've ever seen.
Dog shit, right?
Like, and listen, it was an amazing moment. It was an amazing win for Pena. It was fucking terrible boxing. It was pretty rough to watch. Her straight punches, her arms, her elbows were above her head. But it doesn't matter if you're landing. That's the thing. Especially when you're, you know, same weight, same height, same size.
She made a fucking hybrid, like, mummy defense mixed with Philly bombshell, bro. Like,
exactly. She just fucking landed everything she was throwing, and Amanda couldn't get out of the way. She wasn't moving her head. And from what Nunes said after the fight, she said she just didn't switch on. You know, those moments where you just don't wake up. And I think everyone's had those. If you've ever played competitive sports or ever done anything like that, we just have an off moment.
I've never done anything but win, but I think I think I can figure that out.
You got to imagine it. You got to imagine what it's like being a normal non-badass like the rest of us. But
yeah, I think I can sympathize. Yeah,
that's fair. Not empathize, but sympathize.
Sympathize, yeah. Because I can't imagine, man. Can't imagine.
But
can't relate.
Yeah, do you think it's the biggest upset in MMA history.
Got to be top 3. But I still still hold Holly beating Ronda. And
that's what I was going to say.
And it's not even that, well, but Amanda beat all them. But that's not the point. Ronda was Ronda. Amanda Nunes, yeah, among hardcore fans, like even people that are casuals know, oh, yeah, that girl beats the fuck out of everybody. That's one thing. But Ronda was like that was Connor. Like that was the shit. That was the fucking thing. My grandparents tried telling me that she was gonna smoke Holly. And I said, what? We're from New Mexico, bro. Support our girl. First of all, this whole Ronda could box with Floyd. Pfft. Holly Holm's an actual boxer. She better be able to get her down, and this shit's gonna go the wrong way quick. Anyway, I still think,
and I think
it's a bigger fault.
The thing is with that as well.
Go ahead.
She still had her O, right?
Still had the O. Still had the O. Looked invincible.
Never lost. Mm-hmm.
You have Holly, who's, was doing good. Did she head kick anybody on her way to that? I don't think she did. She did in LFA. Yeah, it was like just decisions and shit. And that's why I kept saying, like, I was trying to explain to people, I'm like, no, Ronda's the type of person, if she gets her down, possibly. I was like, but Holly's training at Greg Jackson's, like, she's got wrestling, bro. Coach Izzy over there. You got John Jones she's working with. Like, she can just stop Ronda's not going to be able to knock out Holly. Because what was right before that? Betch Correa?
Yeah, and this is when she started knocking girls.
Yeah, and so then she fell in love with it a little bit. And I said, if she goes and tries to do that to Holly, I don't think that's going to go so well. Now, if you would have said, I bet on Holly on that. But if you told me she won by head kick KO after doing essentially what I've been saying I thought she was able to do, I would have been like, it's a bit of a stretch. But, I think that was, Ronda was over the moon, like as hardcore shit, and looking at like what Amanda's done to everyone, including Holly, Ronda, Misha, everybody. That's huge. But I think as far as appealing to the world, Holly knocking out Ronda, I mean, that's earned pretty much Holly shots at titles when there's not really anyone else. When she probably didn't deserve it because it was that big of a thing. Everyone knows who the fuck Holly is. So I would say that's definitely, for me, that's probably the biggest one of all time.
I think, for sure, I'm definitely putting Ronda Holly above Nunes Pena. Yeah. Because, like we said, Ronda, we had already seen Amanda get beaten.
Yes.
And if we're being honest, Pena's, if you had to give Pena a route to victory, it would be a Kat Zingano style fight against Nunes, right? Drag her down, beat her up. Obviously, that didn't happen. But there's a path to victory, and we've already seen her lose.
Yeah.
With Ronda, not only was she a world famous star at this point, she had never lost, she had never been in trouble, and she just started knocking people out. This is her peak,
And Holly,
I don't think it. Yeah. And Holly fucking knocked her out.
Obliterated. Yeah. I mean, because I think even highlights live forever, man. There are some definite highlights from that fight. Like where it started to look like Amanda got tired, and then Pena started just landed that shot. I was talking about landing a couple of them, and then that trip from the from the clinch in the cage, clean as fuck. That is not a head kick KO, dead on the ground. I mean, that fucking jab already put Ronda in. Who the fuck hit me? And then takes a baseball bat to the side. It's not the same. No, and this is nothing against Pena. I have nothing but respect. I mean, dude, she got dropped twice. In fact, that goes back to kind of like how you were saying how. Here's what I think happened. I think let me ask you first. Who wins in a rematch?
I don't know, but I tell you who wins in a rematch. Dana White.
There you go. That's going to sell, right? Oof.
That's selling. As soon as the fight starts, Nunes looks dominant, right? She lands one leg kick, Pena goes down. She lands one strike, Pena goes down, and she looked on it.
That's why.
So, you think she got rocked?
Who? Pena?
Nunes. Do you think Nunes got rocked and then got taken out of it?
I think it's a classic case of, and I know you've trained. Like, dude, I've played sports my whole life. I don't think like anything is more demoralizing than when you hit someone with your best shot, thinking it's gonna be easy, and they get right back up in your face, and they're like, "Nah, not." And you're like, "Oh shit." No, yeah. Oh shit! I thought this was gonna be a wash. I mean, this is literally what I said. I think happened. I'd say it's more of a psychological thing than anything. I don't even think she's weak. I literally just think Amanda Nunes thought, just smoke this bitch, collect a fucking check, and I'm out of here again. See you Tuesday. You know, whatever. And Pena had that dog in her, but it was like, nope, not going. And I don't know how seriously Amanda took it. That did not look like Nunes. You look at her in the first round where she's dropping her twice. She got her back at that one point, like looking over at her corner, smiling like, "Here we go again." Ha 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 ha. The second you realize, oh shit, I needed to get ready for a dogfight, not to wash somebody. I think that's what happened with Conor versus Poirier. That's why I kept saying the second fight. I think Conor took that fight because he's like, look at this guy who right now has massive appeal in the lightweight division, can boost me right up to a title shot, and I smoked this dude.
Yeah.
So obviously that's not the same situation, like, because Amanda was the champ, but I think it's the same type of idea, like, just smoke this girl. She ain't got nothing for me. Blah, 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 blah. And then, same thing kind of with Conor. You find out, oh, no, this dude came to fucking fight.
Yeah.
And I prepared, but I didn't prepare for a fucking war as if I'm fighting for the title. I fought for it. I trained as if I'm just going to go out there and hit him with the, you know what I mean? And just finish it. So I think that second round, Amanda Nunes realized, oh, shit, her cardio wasn't there. And I made a tweet about it, like, a week before the fight where I said, remember, bro? Where I was like, I don't think people complain a lot. Oh, Amanda Nunes should be marketed, so I don't think she wants to. She don't give a fuck. Do you ever see? I don't think it's her. I don't think I think she has more than enough money for what she needs. She has more than enough money for what she needs. She just wants to be a mom. She just seems like a happy person. Goes out there, earns a paycheck every once. I don't think, even if they offered her like these big commercial deals, I don't think she'd want to do them. I don't think she wants to be a star. And I think she just didn't really go into this thinking that was even really that possible. I mean, when you talk about somebody, it's like, well, Pena's best chance is to get her down and beat her up. And it's like, okay, well, Amanda's still a black belt. And Amanda has been in trouble on the feet with GDR before and was able to pretty much dominate besides the up kicks. And then you have GDR, who doesn't even know what grappling the fuck is.
Slap a triangle on her.
Slap a triangle on Pena. So I think she thought there was just nothing there for her. And then when Pena said, I'm not going anywhere, and then kept firing back, dude, there is nothing. I could tell you as a man, hitting somebody your hardest, and there are few people I have hit my hardest, and it didn't seem like it hurt them.
As a man,
I could feel it in my plums, dude, deep in my plums, bro. When I hit someone one time, and he looked at me, and I was like, oh no.
I think, it's got to be psychological because she made the weight for the first time in a long time. She looked good on the scale. She came in under, right? 134?
Nunes
something like that. Nunes did, I think.
I was
think she
driving, so I didn't see any of the...
I think she came in light. She looked good. She looked happy, I think it had to be... And that first round, the first half of the first round, that's Amanda Nunes. She's throwing leg kicks. She's knocking you down with straight punches. She's getting you back and laughing.
Yeah.
I think she hit her with her best shot, and Pena came and hit her back.
Yeah,
then she got drawn into a brawl because she didn't move her fucking head.
Yeah.
They were just trading straight punches. Pena was moving her head off to one side when she was throwing jabs, and Nunes was just eating them all. Like, I don't know if she got rocked.
I think she got chin checked for sure, where you went, oh fuck, I can't eat another one of those. Especially that one I caught on, like, dude, that one, because there's a couple still, because she got caught a couple times, but one of those, I mean, she hit clean as fuck, dude. Yeah, I think it was just one of those things, man. You expect to smoke somebody, they end up having far more heart than you thought they would.
For sure.
And I mean, she still has the one belt, and I think she cares more about being. I think she, and I really adore this about Amanda Nunes. I think she just loves being a mom and spending her being a, you know, she loves her family so much, man. And I don't know if that clouded just the way she approaches fight. I've been spending so much time with my kid, which is totally understandable. But so the whole point of everything I'm saying is, I think I still, after what we saw, I do not take Pena in a rematch though. But God bless Nunes or Pena. Like, there's nothing. Oh, that was a fluke. No, I don't think it's a fluke. It was a perfect storm, is what it was. And Pena brought the exact same game, like the exact right game plan. Can you imagine if she did hurt her and then just like shot a double, ended up in her guard, and Pena or Nunes was just able to like lock her down, figure four, whatever, just keep the posture down, just like relax and go, what the fuck is going on? Pena didn't give her that opportunity, did she? At all?
Nope.
I mean, it's almost like that's what it looked like when they were clinched against the cage, because she looked so unprepared to get taken down, and then Pena just fucking swoop.
Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to say is would take nothing away from the win, but overall Nunes has more tools.
Yeah.
And if she was focused in the rematch, I would definitely put money on her.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that is prevalent in every upset that we talk about. Serra versus GSP, right? They do it again.
Dude comes back.
It's not going to go so well. Yeah, because he took the punches from Serra, and it was like, oh shit, okay, I didn't expect this, and then he gets knocked out. GSP does, excuse me. But then the rematch happens. He's like, I know not to take this as a joke anymore. And he's got the fire to come back and win, especially.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Nunes is taking the rematch. He's already said.
Oh yeah, she said because you know there were a lot of people. Well, wonder what she does now. Yeah, she said she's coming back. That tells me right there she's still got the fire. Yeah. She just maybe didn't really anticipate what she was about to get into, and maybe like, you know, losing. I can tell you, I'm that type, man. And that's always kind of what I thought Conor would be like. You know, like, you get beat, bro, and you think you're that shit. You know you're that shit. You don't just peace out and go, you got better at me, fuck it. No.
You come back.
You go, I'm going to go prove it again. Nunes did not look like Nunes, and I'm excited to see the rematch. But yeah, I'll definitely take Nunes in a rematch. Just did not seem like your normal Nunes. No. It was pretty insane.
And honestly, like, we're getting to the point where I thought, in my perfect world, I thought Nunes beats Pena. Last weekend, she wins that fight and she fights Kayla Harrison and retires regardless.
I think and dude, I was actually talking to with one of the boys about this. I was like, dude, I was even thinking this weekend, I think Kayla could maybe beat Nunes. And then seeing that performance, I was like, dude, if she, especially that Nunes, that was Kayla Harrison taking her ass down and beating the shit out of her.
For sure.
I'm big on Kayla, but go ahead.
And I don't know if you saw her because you weren't able to look at the broadcast.
Oh, she's in that
Kayla
video.
Was there.
Do you see her in that video? She's HD as fuck, boy.
So she's there, and from tweets we got from Ariel Helwani and people like that, it looked like she was. The plan was Nunes wins, Kayla goes into the cage.
That's what Dana even seemed to say.
Yeah, because she got moved. Her seat, she moved from one seat to another just before that co-main started. So
fuck! That was the fight! Pena, now I am pissed. Now I'm a little pissed. God damn it. Because even now if she comes back and smokes Pena, it's still not...
It's not as big.
It lost a
you
bit.
Can't make that fight.
It lost a little bit
as
of
big
steam.
As it was.
Yeah, it lost a little bit of steam, my man. A little bit of steam. Fuck.
Anyway.
Okay, I think, we covered that one. So, fuck Pena. Nothing but respect. Incredible, man. I mean, because how many people in this world would take a shot from, Amanda Nunes?
And she fucking ate it.
And come back and go, nah, fuck that. And not scramble for doubles. Like, go, fuck you. I'll fight you on the feet then.
That was a dog fight. Speaking of dog fights, Chucky Olives, Dustin Poirier.
Okay, I want to start this by saying we did a space on Thursday before the fights with Alex. Alex, if you watch this, don't kill me, dude. I know I've asked you 1,000 times, bro. It's like, Alex, everyone knows who Alex is, but I always fuck with his last name. Buchanan?
Behunin? It's a pronunciation thing, guys. But you know who he is. If you're on MMA Twitter, you know who Alex is.
Yeah. And so me and Booger and Alex did like a thing in there. Max. Hi. I just called myself your name. Mac.
Oh.
What do you think is going to happen in this fight? I said, dude, if you guys know me watching my shit, I don't really like making picks because I know, and this is something I said about the Pena fight. I've watched enough MMA to know you never know.
It's going to happen.
You never know. I was like, so I don't like making picks. They're like, no, do it, pussy. So I'm pussy. Peep this. I even hit up Alex after the fight. I was like, did I not? Am I being?
Did you nail it?
He said word for word, dude. Because I go, all right, guys, let me look into my crystal ball. I was like, just kidding. I'm gonna pull this out of my ass. And so I just go off and I go, Poirier's gonna hurt him in the first round. Probably drop him once or twice. Second round's gonna get a little dicey. Blah 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 blah. Oliveira's gonna hurt him. He's gonna get him down. He's gonna choke him out. And I extended that to about a 15-minute segment, dude. And I said before, here's why I hate making picks. You make picks, you're wrong. Hey Mac, remember when you said this, idiot? Ha ha ha. If you're right, no one gives a fuck. No one brought up the space. There were a bunch of people in there. I didn't get no one say, hey, remember how you said?
Dude.
Fuckers.
I'm gonna interject because I'm an asshole, but fucking speaking of making picks and people shit on you, unfamiliars, right? I have to make picks. That's my job. I pick Amanda Nunes because, shock of all shocks, she's the biggest fucking favorite in the history of time.
If you're about to tell me anyone's shitting on you for picking
dude,
Nunes,
I got tagged on Instagram. This dude puts up a picture of Pena like celebrating, and writes on it in his Instagram story, "Take that, Max Randall. Fuck you."
I hope you send him back a fucking limp dick pic, dude.
I sent him back
worst.
A gif of some dude going, "Okay."
Okay.
Because like, what do you say to that? How are you gonna respond to someone be like,
you should say, hey, show me your bet slip though, where you were so confident.
Yeah,
homie.
Show me that. Yeah.
Well,
How much? You put the house on her?
He's like, well, I put $3 on her. Okay, that tells me you did not. You were not confident, bitch. No one saw that coming besides the people sitting behind me. Like, bro.
That's true. If you had a blood relation to Julianna Pena, then you knew that fight was gonna happen that way. Other than that, you are talking out your ass.
I should say this. Some people were saying there were some people that were legitimately saying that they believe they do it. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
That's true.
But
if you came out afterwards without having said so beforehand and said, I always knew Pena was going to fuck you.
Yeah, and if you also go, oh, see, I knew it too, and you put $5 on it, eat my ass. No, you did not. You went, well, the payout would be pretty dope. $5, I'll wipe my ass with $5. That's what you did. Don't act like you predicted it. But
some bitch.
Shit. But yeah, dude. The closer we got to the Poirier Oliveira fight, the more I started going, I don't know, dude. I think Olive's does. I think he does it. And all of my parlays were based.
Ended with Oliveira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did, and so apparently, and it was one of the only ones Alex didn't record too. There was a recording of it. Yeah, he's like, bro, it's the only one I didn't record. What the fuck? Word for word. Yeah, that's literally exactly what I kind of saw happening.
I'll be honest, I picked Poirier. I was going back and forth. I went back and forth on Oliveira Chandler as well the whole time. And I went back and forth on this one the whole time because that's how you know it's a good fucking fight.
Yes.
Like, we are out of the shadow of Khabib Nurmagomedov in the lightweight division. We're done now.
That's one thing I'd like to talk about.
We don't need to talk about it.
Well, I want to talk about it as far as
champ.
Just saying exactly what you're saying. Like, dude, the people saying, well, it would be... You remember that tweet I put up of the old pictures of Poirier and...
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and people... Because I knew if I worded it this way, people were going to throw a fit. But I said something about, like, the best two lightweights in the world right now. And I knew people were going to go, oh, Khabib just doesn't exist. Hey, remember how he retired, bitch? Hey, remember that? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping nutsack, but I think he retired, guy. And I think he doesn't seem like he's coming back, guy. All right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he looks like a 185-pounder guy. Like, come on,
Pretty
guy.
sure he's eating some burgers, man. He's eating some burgers.
Burgers with cheese.
With cheese.
The fuck you, pendejos, bro, telling me, oh, Khabib. Khabib does exist, but bitch, he retired. It's like saying, oh, dude.
And he'll say the same thing. Like, he will say the same thing. He said when he beat Justin Gaethje, I am the best pound for pound fighter in the world right now. That's what he said. He didn't say, I'm the best of all time. Because it's bullshit. He's the best right now. And then he retired, and he's no longer the best lightweight in the world because he's not a lightweight. He's not a fighter.
He's not a fighter.
We don't need to compare them now.
No.
You know?
He was perhaps one of the most dominant fighters of all time.
Absolutely.
But he's
no
not
disrespect to Khabib at all.
I love Khabib.
But Chucky Olives has proven now that he's not an interim champion waiting for Khabib to come back. He is the best fighter in the best division in the world.
It seems like he's only getting better, dude.
Oh, yeah. Dude, his clinch work.
The body shots, like the way he worked that fucking body, bro. We've never seen Poirier look 5 rounds of going dog shit toe-to-toe with...
Poirier doesn't get tired. He doesn't, and he did.
And you look at...
He got eating knees to the body.
Didn't Poirier or Oliveira throw like a switch jump knee to like his body, bro? Like, he was throwing all...
That was like the first thing he did, right? He flew like a flying knee to the body.
But like a switch flying knee. It was like, I'm going to give it to you with a clinch. Just kidding. Jumps into it with his back leg. And he fucked him up.
Yep. His clinch work was outstanding. His Muay Thai was outstanding. And Dustin he wasn't like being out... How do I put this? He was doing Dustin Poirier things on the feet. He was throwing his rights and his lefts. He was switching. He was doing his normal thing, but Oliveira was dealing with it. He was dealing with things that Max Holloway couldn't deal with, that Conor McGregor couldn't deal with on the feet. Charles Oliveira was doing that. You know what I mean?
You know what the craziest shit too is, bro? Like, so what? Tony is the last guy that Oliveira couldn't finish out of like his last 12 fights or some shit. He finished Poirier. Finished everybody, dude. He couldn't finish Tony.
Yeah, even that Tony as well. We got to remember.
Which brings me to another point. Tony. I say, like, let's cap this. This one, I think we all. Amanda Nunes is a big shocker. Let's cap this one off, and I got a cool point to go into that I saw earlier. Like, are you good on this one? This one to me is like Poirier was ready. I think Oliveira is just. He's a dog, dude, and he is learning, bro. He's learning and getting better and better and better and better. And he's just a sniper. Like, he can hit you on the feet. He'll get hit. The whole idea he's a quitter, I think that happened with the Holloway and the Felder fights. But since then, what are you talking about? Yeah,
we can scratch that off now. I'll admit I fell into that. Like, you can't help but be swayed by that when you're talking about someone fighting Dustin Poirier. Because if you wilt...
Yeah. Then he's going to get you. Yeah.
But nope, not this man. Not the same Chucky Olives.
Not at all. What were you going to look up?
Oh, I was just looking up the finishes. It's unbelievable. Like, so he had a decision against Tony. Before that, his last decision was in 2014. Win or lose. He hasn't seen the judges other than Tony since 2014.
Hey, but remember how Tony's washed, bruh? Tony's so washed, bruh. Fuck you, bro. He would have tapped you and your grandma on that armbar, and Tony said, nah, even, bro. Anyway, let's just fucking go right through some of the other bangers on the card. Like, dude, like one little quick takes on shit. Because, guys, we're not going to talk your ear off. We're going to shoot for about a 4-hour podcast. Let's go through that card because there were some fucking bangers, dude.
All right, let's go. So Neil Ponzi.
I had Neil. I had Neil in that one. I'd say that one went about pretty much how I thought it would. I kind of expected maybe a finish, but they're both fucking dudes that fuck each other up on their feet. Like, yeah, people get gun shy, but I thought that was the right decision. And I had Neil. So what do you think?
Me too. I thought he's a good counter striker, and Ponzi is incredibly aggressive. So I thought. And Neil's being judged based off losing to Wonder Boy and who beat him last? Magny?
Yeah, someone just beat the shit out of him a little bit.
Double check. Sorry. But like if you're losing to Wonder Boy and Neil Magny, Yeah, those are his last 2 losses. Like those are like the best losses you can possibly have in that division. You know.
I'm sorry, I lost him. Yeah, the fuck, shut the fuck up.
Lost to Stephen Thompson. So yeah, that's how I thought it was. I was blown away that it was a split decision. Someone gave it to Ponzi.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. Yeah,
Didn't see that, but the right guy won. And then Kai Kara France versus Cody Garbrandt.
This is one. I said, and some people were like, bro, that's a little dicey. And I said, peep these dice in your face, bitch. Okay, like, we've seen this before, bro. I've always thought it's so misguided. It seems to work out so much better every time when someone moves up.
Yeah.
There are serious, success stories. Robert Whittaker.
Charles Oliveira.
Dustin Poirier. Like, dude, there are so many of people moving up.
Yeah.
Moving down almost never works out. And I said...
TJ.
Yeah, TJ, exactly. If we see a shade of what Cody usually looks like, and it didn't fuck him up, he didn't look too bad. He didn't look as bad as TJ did.
Not at all.
But I still was I was sus about it. A little sus about it. And Kai is not like that dude. Like, he's not a guy you're gonna go out there and stun on, bro. Like, he's gonna fucking throw down, bro. I didn't think he'd smoke him that quick, but Kai was on all of my parlays too. It's not a good look to get cracked, thrown against the fence where you bounce back, and the only thing that got you from not eating shit is the fence bouncing you off and going like this. Oh, I bring it, bro, just to get fucking sent to the shadow realm. Kai Kara France, bitch. That was tits. That was tits.
I mean, on a card with the Pena finish, Kai's is almost more impressive to me. Like, obviously the opponent wasn't on the same level, but
yeah, like, well, it's a way more highlight clip type thing for sure. Oh, dude, he fucked him up, bro. Yeah.
I've said it before. I've said it on Twitter. Got a noise complaint from the neighbors because I was screaming too loud. Kai's a Kiwi boy. I've met him twice or 3 times. Oh my god, I was so happy. And for a guy who, I'm pretty sure Cody called him Stephen France or something on his podcast.
Didn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah, and Kai said, like, don't worry about Sean, especially in the press conference. He was talking about Sean O'Malley. He's like, you got me to worry about. And Cody said, I'm not worried about you. Should have been worried, mate.
Didn't even have a moment.
No.
It wasn't. I feel
like Kai gets slept on so badly.
Yeah, he does. And that's why, like, dude, when some people were talking shit about that parlay I had, I would have hit if I just would. I knew Paiva was like the one, but I wasn't gonna do it on Pena. If I had, I would be like 20 grand, bro. But I made that shit for LOLs on a Patriots game, so suck my ass. I don't give a fuck. But dude,
you don't give a fuck, guys.
Damn, bro. Like, bro, Kai beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't, or if you've been sleeping on Kai, go watch his fight with Bontorin. Go watch his fight with Paiva.
He don't go no.
He has brawls in every single fight. He's the only flyweight. Him and Moreno, they just brawl. Go watch the Moreno fight. He knocked him down.
Yeah,
like, Jesus.
Well, and so like I told Max about this before we started. Like I'll maybe if we have time, I'll get into that story later. But I met him briefly after the fight card, like 3 a.m. in the morning, at a bar, and dude, he's one of those flyweights, bro. Where I was like, fuck no. I mean, I've told you guys about how I ate, pizza with John Dodson with the Greg Jackson's crew at the baseball game and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's a flyweight. Dude, when he like stuck his hand out and like the side of his head too, I was like, oh fuck no, bro. Like, no, not the guy. Not the fucking guy, bro. And he got a mean look to him, bro, too. Like, no, he went in there to prove a point. He did.
Oh yeah, he had a fucking chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
he had a wedge on his shoulder, and I'm glad he did because, I mean, when he knocked the photo of him after he hit the first knockdown,
where he's standing there like that, like, up. What's up, Steve?
And it was Steve, and it was only for like a half second, but you could tell in that moment he was like, "Yeah, this is what's gonna happen now."
Yeah, he goes, "Oh yeah." Then gets him up, wobbles him around, and he bounces off the cage. He goes, "Yeah, you didn't know Kiwis play basketball, bitch. Peep this, dribble your ass right off the side of the cage." Cody going like that as he's mid consciousness, ill advised, but I respect it.
Oh, you can't, you can't disrespect Cody Garbrandt's, like, the dog in him is ridiculous. Like, the man will probably die and
but
still
look
be
how he did
fighting.
that, and he looked for that Sun Tzu hit.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he did. Because he backed up one like that. He came and he tried to load one up against the cage and get him. And Kai was like, Remember how this is what you always do?
Remember how I watched that fight?
2 fights. And I know what to watch out for, bitch. All right.
But yeah.
So
great fight. I want him to fight Moreno. He probably needs one more. But
yeah. I mean, but that skyrockets his stock, though.
Cody would have gotten a title fight, in my opinion.
Yes.
If he'd won.
So then you gotta level the playing field a little bit and go, Kai. You kind of just smoked on me. Wait, exactly. Right before we get into this next one, they go to our sponsors. All right, we're back. Thanks for supporting our sponsors. Okay, so we're running down the rest of a couple of the other bangers from the card. So I don't have to look, bro. Baby, let's look. Tai Tuivasa. What'd you think about that fucker?
I think Tai Tuivasa is... If they don't make a star out of this man, then they need to hire new people. Yeah. Because, fuck.
Well, like, so at the last...
What more do you want?
For real, bro. He knocks people... Oof. Okay, so from inside... Okay, so here, being there live, I was there when he knocked out Greg Hardy. No one seemed to... everyone was pumped, but no one really seemed to know what he was doing. Like, you didn't get a huge crowd interaction until they realized, is he about to drink that beer out of that fucking shoe? And then his shit fucking lit up, dude. I was like, that's what he always does. What the fuck? Exactly. You never seen a shoey? This time, dead. Like, Sakai is dead on the floor. And it was actually alarming. Like, dude, they didn't get him up.
I was worried.
He was, because, they'll usually kind of pan away, like, let's get that out of the way. Dude, he was down for like 4 minutes. Like, he was bad.
And he stanky legged as well, eh?
Oh, dude, he was so knocked out. Like, I don't know if you could tell on the broadcast, like, how long it kind of took him to get to that, like the raising the hand. He killed him. It's one of those ones where I haven't seen someone down that long. Like, he murdered him. But because we're fucking, he did it. And then the shoe comes up, and immediately jumps on the cage, shoe gets thrown at, and the fucking crowd goes wild. I was like, these motherfuckers know what's up now. Now they know. Yeah, dude.
Now they know. Yeah.
And I thought Sakai might win that. Because Sakai kind of always been, he's around. He could do anything. Just fought over him, And exactly. Tai's been a little bit hit and miss. And I thought Sakai would be able to kind of make it boring and maybe win a decision. Tai said, I'm kind of thirsty. Dude, do you know what'd be fucking savage? If he did those shoeies out of his opponent's shoes. That would be sick, bro. Imagine getting knocked out and walking back to your hotel. Oh, you're like...
Insult to injury.
Oh, that's what you gotta start doing. Someone shout out Tai Tuivasa with that idea. But anyway, dope as hell.
Here's the thing, like... between the last punch landing and him drinking out of the shoe, I reckon it was about 4.5 seconds. Like, he was ready.
Oh, and I knew it too. I was gonna be so pissed if he didn't do it. I was gonna take someone's shoe off by force and do it my goddamn self.
Yeah.
Just fucking dude. Tom Brady with 20 seconds left. We're down by 3, baby. Peep this. Fucking Hail Mary, Aaron Rodgers. What's up? I'll hit him, bro. I was,
get it there.
A ways back, but I'll hit a 60-yarder. I'll hit him right in the chest, bro. But anyway.
Well, yeah, they need to push him. Like, he's a stone cold Steve Austin.
I think they know it now.
And he's an Aussie. So
if you saw the crowd reaction, like, the KO is one thing, but then when it gets louder, when he gets on there, he goes, and everyone goes, "Oh, this is that motherfucker! Here we go! Hell yeah, dog! Hell yeah!" I went, this guy. Yeah, no, they're gonna do that. I think they put him on this card for a fucking reason.
Fuck yeah!
Imagine him doing it at the Apex, and there's just people. Fuck no! We want to see that motherfucker slam a brewski in front of 20,000 people, bitch. Anyway, Tai, hats off. He murdered him. It was bad. So who else?
Sean O'Malley.
Okay, so I thought Paiva had a decent chance. You look at the record, it was not a dumb play. It wasn't a dumb play. It just, No. Nah. I mean, because I thought Sugar was going to sugar him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn. I mean, my biggest concern was like Paiva was at 125er, kind of coming up.
That's the thing. They gave him the dude with the small reach, like he's a weight class down. Like if you were gonna give someone to Sean to get him in the rankings, this is who you give him. But in saying that, Raulian Paiva is a legit talent,
and it was almost identical KO to the Tai Tuivasa one.
Yeah, exactly, against the cage, right?
Just bodied him. So yeah.
All we can say is he did it again, and he deserves to be ranked now.
Now he's ranked 13th.
There you go. He deserves it.
Yeah. So we'll see. If Dom Cruz would have lost, that would have been the fight. But now that Dom Cruz won, I don't really know what you do with O'Malley next. We'll figure that out.
Speaking of which, Cruz versus Munoz was a fight. Holy shit.
I don't remember the last time I seen Dom Cruz say, like, fuck it then, bro. Let's bang. Like, because I kind of thought Pedro would win.
Okay, yeah. No, that wasn't a bad pick at all. A lot of people made that pick.
Yeah, I
picked Cruz, but it's close.
Dude, Dom said, I don't give a fuck. DC's sitting right
We're
there.
swinging.
DC's sitting right there. I'm not giving him any ammo. Fuck this. I'll die right here. That was sick. It's fucking. It was. That was one of the most dog performances I've seen from Cruz, like, ever.
I think we were all worried that he's taken too much damage and he's got a fragile chin now. But he got dropped in the first and he dominated the second and third. I
said, fuck that. Throw them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw them. Let's go.
It's fucking putazos, chingazos, bro. You want to throw chingazos? Fuck you, Munoz. I ain't letting you talk shit with DC after this. Anyway, yeah, he took that one. All right, what else?
He did. I want to talk about Aaron Blanchfield real quick.
Ah, boo. I like them both, but I thought Maverick was probably a lock on that. But dude,
no, a lot of people would have. Like she's got the UFC experience now. Like they're both newcomers and they're both so young. But Mav's got 4 UFC fights now.
Yeah, something like that.
You know,
big prospects from
Blanchfield's
Invicta.
Second.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, these two are gonna I reckon they should have been fighting for the belt in 3 years, fighting each other. You know, these are the future of women's MMA, in my opinion. Yeah, but fuck, Blanchfield. I picked her. I ain't gonna lie.
I picked Maverick, so you got me there.
Got you there, bud.
Ryan Hill.
Great performance. Ryan Hall is my god.
It looked bad for a minute, dude. I was talking about this before the fight. I was like, dude, they know what to do now. It
just give him someone who can wrestle and punch. Yeah.
Don't let him grab your legs. Just don't do that. Don't do that.
And so much cool stuff though.
And so he improvised, man. So I was happy to see him get back. It looked dirty for a minute though, and then he came back, got it. Happy to see that.
Yep. And I think we should finish by talking about Priscilla Cachoeira's thumbs. Did you see this?
Yeah, she's been watching those Detroit self-defense guy. Like, bro, what the fuck, dog?
That is the worst cheating I've ever seen.
And to think that her start in the UFC, like no one even blamed her for getting her ass whipped like that. And then she came back, like she started throwing hands, dude. I thought there was a chance she could catch Jillian, but then to see her just go full finger bang into the eyeball, bro. Like I've never learned that technique before.
That's rough, dude. That's happened twice in the history of MMA, in my opinion. Like Jake Matthews, Li Jingliang. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking
Leach
full thumbs in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is even worse than that, in my opinion. She just went. She went like, "Where's your eye? Oh, it's there." Fuck
and the
you.
thing, she didn't even lube it up first. That's what makes like at least, dude.
Question time, ladies and gentlemen. We sent out a tweet.
Carrying on.
Asking for your questions. Which ones did you want to jump on, Mac? Did you have your eye on a couple?
You can pull up a couple. Let's see here.
Pull them up, Jamie.
Pull them up. Let me see here. Okay, so ask us some shit. All right, we'll start on your post. Okay, Tyler Amos, that's the homie. We all know the homie Tyler. Podcast with the eyeballs emoji.
How do you know?
I think I drunk told him one night that me and you were going to start a podcast. I was whooping his ass at MLB or something. Shout out to Tyler, though. He doesn't usually rage quit till at least the 7th inning, so I give him props. Anyway, he goes, how is living in New Zealand currently, and why does Mac allow his dog to have a Twitter?
Living in New Zealand is great.
Yeah, sounds pretty dope.
It's sunny as fuck here. It's midsummer.
Yeah, I don't like that part, but.
And Mac, the Gokhan Twitter, your dog.
I don't, bro. I don't know where you got an iPhone, but it's not me, dude. Tyler, here's the most disrespectful thing. You fucking know it's not me, dude. And you're sitting out here just trying to put me on blast. So Amos, eat a dick. I'm glad you didn't make it to the fights. Fuck you. Respectfully. But Tyler, yeah, it's dope. My dog's out of control, dude. It's out of control. You pick one now.
KGB, everyone's favorite.
KGB, laugh my fucking ass off. What's up, Holly Holm? Canadians, Holly Holm. What's up?
That's her. She says, what's your favorite long-running MMA joke, Mac? There's so many. Your whole career is based on these,
That's like literally, yeah, bro.
It's a hard one.
It's not Stipe Tap, because that one's too much.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. You give.
I'll say mine. Mine's incredibly niche.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ken Shamrock. Mm-hmm. Not his whole career, even though he is a joke. Joking. At that press conference with Tito Ortiz, where he said, "I'm going to beat you to a living death,"
and then he laughs, and then he kicks the fucking steel chair. And to this day, I go, that did not feel. He wasn't a Muay Thai guy. He did not have his shins conditioned, bro. And homie said that fucker 5 feet in the air, dude. Could you? Yeah, you know that was all shin on rod, bro. Just you know. After that, he was like, it made him more mad. That one's yeah. That's funny.
That's beautiful.
I'd say my favorite long-running joke would just be Tito Ortiz in general.
That is the correct answer.
Like just in general. So I think we're both on the same page. But yeah,
Tito. It's Tito.
Yeah.
Mandrew, the homie from Twitch and Twitter. What is the best base for MMA, and why is it capoeira?
You answered your own question, bitch. Because who fucks with someone who's dancing? Like
it's true.
If you're like trying to throw a jab and he just does like I don't know technical terms for breakdancing, but he just starts breakdancing, catches you. I don't know. It wasn't Eddie from fucking Tekken Tag, dude. You know?
Exactly. Eddie Gordo.
Yeah. Shout out, Mandrew. Terrible question.
Terrible question.
Best base for MMA, though, is apparently being a mother.
That's true.
Carry on. Carry on.
Callum Jan, everyone's favorite. Also known as Shed Boy for some reason now. I don't get that reference.
I've never understood either. Fuck you, Callum. Let's hear it.
Fuck you, Callum. If you could go back in time and see any MMA fight live in person, which fight would you choose?
Oof. You got
If you need more time, I got one.
You go for it.
I would watch Pride FC Bob Sapp versus Nogueira.
You sick bastard.
Because that is still the most insane fight I've ever seen. It's not necessarily the best fight I've ever seen, but it is the maddest fight I've ever seen.
Okay, I go back and I watch. This isn't even like that far of a shout, but there's a reason I say this. I go back to watch Robert Whittaker versus Brunson.
Oh my
because
god!
Because I truly believe that that's the loudest fight I've ever heard ever, and no one's been able to dispute it. Like people
was in
say,
Melbourne, yeah.
Yeah, because it was there. Like usually, dude, even on the big fights, you know, like something crazy happens. Like the people sitting cage side are usually just sitting there, whatever. Even those motherfuckers were on their feet, like, oh. I think it's one of the loudest crowd reactions I've ever seen ever. And if you're going for one fight, if we're talking about a whole card, I might have a different answer. But if you're talking about one fight, I would like to be sitting there anywhere in that building when Robert Whittaker came back. Yeah, with Brunson. I think I'd take that. Yeah.
As a banger. Who else have we got? We got The Casual, MC Casual MMA. What is Gokhan's Twitter password? And Gokhan has actually answered. It's MacSucks69.
Well, there you go. It's either that or Valerie Lareda's ass 69.
He is a fan. Like He's even more of a fan than you.
He has a t-shirt.
That's true. Esha Knows says, do you feel MMA judge scoring needs to change? If so, what is your ideal structure? I do think it needs to change, and I have no idea.
I prefer the pride judging a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Here's how I would just fix it in general. And I could think it could
I know what you're going to say. What? You said no time limits, knockouts only.
Fights to the death. No, what I would say is Why don't we give open scoring like a shot?
I think that's the only.
And people would
say,
only
way to go.
Well, but if it's supposed to stop people from, coasting, if someone finds out they're up 2 rounds, but then doesn't that tell the other guy he has to get a KO?
It's true.
I think
it's also the smallest change you can do, right?
Yeah,
super
small.
Change the rule sets. You just make it open.
Just dead ass A. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, you could also go just like whoever's more attractive, if they didn't get finished, wins.
Randy Costa wins every fight.
For sure.
My God. That dude. If we get him on the podcast, I'm just going to be fucking swooning. He's a good looking gentleman.
Hell yeah, brother. So yeah, open scoring is what I would. Let's give that a shot. Give it a shot. They're doing it in Invicta. Yeah. And I haven't seen anyone bitch about it yet. Okay.
No. Vilt at CalDeBlue on Twitter says, how long does Charles keep the belt and why will he have it for at least another year?
So out of everybody at the top right now, I think the best. I think it's. Oh god damn, bro. Here's my thing. If Gaethje hurts him like the last 2 times we've seen Charles get hurt in that first round, does Gaethje really let it go? Especially with Whitman in the corner saying like, "Look, we've seen this before. If you hurt him in that first round, I don't give a fuck. I want you to empty."
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would? I think he would. But I'm not sure if fucking Whitman.
Chance. I think there's also a chance with Gaethje that you don't have with Dustin and with Chandler. Well, Chandler a little bit, but like Gaethje, if he hits you, he can put you out.
It's not the same. Yeah. Like Chandler,
it's not the same as Dustin.
He will walk off KO you. And we've now seen Chandler and Poirier put you on. And Poirier is not a one-shot knockout dude. And
not at all.
Even with how explosive Chandler is, he's not
as much.
Not as much. Gaethje will windmill you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn you into a wacky inflatable arm-flailing tube man. Yeah, like
James Vick.
He was moving away too, and he caught him with just one off the cheek, dead. I think, oof.
It comes down to Gaethje. If Gaethje absolutely has a big chance of winning. If Oliveira gets past Gaethje,
I don't take. Beneil's kind of a good matchup, but I don't. He's not better than anything.
And then there's Islam.
Islam's would be good, but he doesn't have the feet. He doesn't have the feet that Oliveira does, and the ground game could get super dicey. Super dicey. I think it's Gaethje. Gaethje's your best shot at it for now. Let's see Islam versus Beneil. We'll chat that over again. But I say Gaethje
for sure.
Getting out of that first round, if he gets rocked again, oof. I don't know, baby. I don't know.
True that. What else do we got?
I got one. Schmotivated. Yep. What's up, dude? You know, that's not me. Yeah. Any pro tips for someone who is going to their first live event in Vegas?
That's your job, my friend.
Okay, I'll give you some real advice, and I'll just give you fun advice. First of all, just enjoy your time. Don't worry about your seats. 90% of the people sitting in there aren't close enough to see the fucking cage anyway. Everyone's looking at the screen. So don't worry about your seats. Don't stress about that. But the number one thing would be when you leave and you're standing in close proximity with people, keep your fucking wallet in your front pocket, dude. Like, dead ass. Like, remember this. I've had it happen to homies. Someone yacked $1,600 out of Seek's fucking pocket at the Conor versus Poirier fight. And I always know, because like people are going to be shoulder to shoulder walking out of there, bro. Someone will reach in and grab that shit. That's a pro tip for you. You ask for a pro tip? That's a pro tip. Also, don't ever bet any more money than you're willing to lose.
Oh, that's always a good tip.
But besides that, dude, yeah, there is so much shit to do there. You're going to have so much fun. There's nothing you got to fucking worry about. We just got a Twitch follow. Shit. What the fuck? That's random as shit. All right, that doesn't even apply. That's just a random fucking... Anyway. But yeah, so, dude, when you're standing in close, especially, even in lines, dude, if you're in a line and you're standing really close to people, just go ahead and take that wallet and put it in your front pocket.
For sure. That's a good shout. Do you want to grab one or two more questions and then we'll bounce?
What other promotion, competition-wise, would possibly give the UFC a run for its money? Like, I assume he means, as far as competition goes,
it's a hard one. I think they're far. I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I don't think it's close, man. Like I think you have guys from each place that could maybe do something. But I think the UFC, like, no matter what, if you did top to bottom champs versus top to bottom champs against every other promotion, the UFC is maybe gonna win or lose 1 or 2 per promotion, like tops. And they would, I'd say, like, you'd be like the best if you could beat 2. Like
For
AJ
sure.
McKee might be up there. You know, like you got not Cyborg, Kayla Harrison, you know, things like that.
Of course.
But you got to keep jumping, you know, and you got like one, there might be someone that could take someone out. But the UFC is going to wash everybody bad.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the competition is anywhere near as much.
I also don't think it's cute when people try to pretend that it's like you're edgy if you say like, it's not. It's not.
It's not. And also, we know that MMA is MMA. Like, anything can happen,
exactly. That's why I say 1 or 2, maybe. I mean, like, look at Kyoji. Kyoji's a guy I'd be always like, dude, he's the best guy, not. And then look what Sergio got him with, bro.
Sad face.
Yeah.
I love Kyoji.
Yeah. Hey, and Bellator tried to ratio me on that twit. Twit. I keep saying Twitch, but then twit. They tried to ratio me, those sons of bitches. But respect. They got close. Respect. Okay.
For sure.
Favorite fighter of all time, Thomas Langston. Shout out, baby.
Oh, Tommy L. He's a boy. Favorite fight of all time? Is that what the question was?
Yes.
Oh, he's down in that beer. Good man. Fuck. You go first.
There's different categories, I guess, and I'm gonna keep this short. I think out of all time, my favorite fight is Gilbert Melendez versus Diego Sanchez.
Yeah.
Partly because everyone from where I'm from is a cousin with one of Diego's cousins. Like, it's just everyone has stories about Diego. That's our hometown boy. He's getting his ass beat. And I'll never forget when he drops him in that 3rd round, bro. Dana and even Lorenzo stand up hugging, going like, what the fuck? What is this? That's one of my all-time faves. But then you can go to like things like Chandler Gaethje. That one's still so fresh, but god damn, bro. You can go Alex, not Alex. Volkanovski and Ortega, but
Banger.
Brown versus Arlovsky. Oh, I met Arlovsky after the fights too,
God,
bro. He was cool as fuck.
Fight.
Yeah, like shit like that. I like the. Hey, here's one that does not get shout out enough. Marco Polo Reyes versus Kim. No one ever fucking talks about this fight, and every time people are talking about the best bangers, I bring it up, and people go, "What was it?" This is on the early prelims, like 2 a.m. one night on like a fucking random ass card. And anyone that's seen that goes, dude, that's literally one of the best fights all time. So I gotta shout that one out. But like things like that. But I think my favorite fight ever is Diego and Melendez.
That's as good a shout as ever. That's probably pretty consensus as well. A lot of people talk about Rory Mack versus Robbie Lawler.
I was there for that. It wasn't as good as people. I really don't think it was as good as people remember. It was.
I think it has one of the best rounds of all time.
It gets nuts, but it was not just like a constant goddamn melee. It's still an all-time great fight, but to put that on your number one, watch it back, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. This is probably gonna be unpopular. I'm gonna say Doo Ho Choi versus Cub Swanson because.
No, you do not. The only reason that's unpopular is because my boy. They're both my boys, but.
That's true.
Oh no, that's an all-time banger. No, I have respect.
I wanted
for
Choi
that.
to win.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Cub turned the clock back, and that's one of the only fights. It was a fight night, right? No, it was a
Cub's fighting again too. He fights this weekend.
It's true. Mm-hmm. That was one of the only fights where I've watched it, and I had to immediately watch it back, like straight away. I didn't stop. I didn't keep going with the pay-per-view. I rewinded it and watched it again, and it was amazing.
I think one of the fights I've watched back, like in that instance, where you watch it back within that next week multiple times, was Holloway Cater.
Yeah, I've done that as well.
I mean, that was one of the ones, because I'll watch fight back, but I mean, like, where I just had to keep watching. Like, almost every night, I had to throw it on, had to watch that shit again. Okay, so yeah.
Every Holloway fight ever, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I watch the Ortega one back all the time. He's just the king.
That's my mom's, like, one of my mom's favorite fighters now, bro.
Oh,
apparently, like, my brother called me, or no, he told me when we were driving to Vegas. He's like, dude, you know mom's a big Holloway fan, right? And I went, Max, since when? She's like, I don't know. He's like, dude, I was there. Went over to watch the Yair fight. Mom was losing her shit. And I was like, what?
There he is.
Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, let's do a couple more. Let's see if I want to try to catch anybody. You got to bounce for a second?
No, I was just pointing at my Holloway poster.
Oh, yeah. Dude, and we both have the fucking blessed. Where's my blessed?
Oh, yeah, the headband. Mine's in my car.
Yeah, I don't. Mine's right around here somewhere. Okay,
The best is blessed, baby.
let's make sure we try to get everybody that. I love everybody, but we can't answer them all. Let me see. So we got.
We can always
KGB.
answer them next time.
Yeah,
That's true.
Bearded Stoner. How come Nunes loses when you go to her fights? Okay, we answered this earlier, so I can run this. Yeah, we actually found out I did see Shevchenko versus. What a fucking casual this guy is, right?
Dirty casual.
What a loser. Okay, let's go to. I did a retweet, so I got some more on these. Let's peep these, and we'll call it a day. RK Mac, that's the boy. Who approached who in regards to Mac joining MMA on Point? We've actually told the story on stream multiple times.
It's true.
They had used my tweets a couple times in their autopsy videos, and then one day, MMA on Point messaged me on Twitter and just said they were looking for a social media manager. We did an interview, and I dude, they were. I don't want to brag, but they got on their knees and they bowed and they said, "Oh my God, you're so awesome." Yeah, that's how it went. But
We're both getting fired now.
Yeah, they is based off my tweets because Tom was using them for the autopsies. We've told the story. Jason's told this story too.
That's true.
Okay, you want to do like two more? Is your bed big enough for all those dogs? If not, which pup gets to sleep in bed with you? It depends. Like the one that always sleeps in my bed's Holly Pocket. Always. She sleeps on my feet every night because she knows I won't kick her off. Because I'm too nice. Like I'll sleep in the most fucked up position to not bother my dogs. But like Gokhan usually fall asleep on the bed and get down. But yeah, I have a king size Casper mattress. Maybe we'll get them for a sponsor.
Yeah.
But
What's up, Casper?
Yeah, so they all
right,
fit,
last
but-
question.
Yeah, go.
You go, buddy.
No, you pick one.
Pick us. Oh, shit. Okay.
Best personal MMA memory from Brat.
Oh, that's got to be it.
Yeah. And Brat's a homie. Go. You
Best
first.
personal MMA memory. Fuck. Honestly, I'm gonna get soppy now, but just my day-to-day now is amazing because of MMA. Like this is my job, and I'm the luckiest man in the world.
So essentially, like your memory that you became such a fan of something, and now your job is literally revolves around it.
Absolutely.
I'd say that's fair.
And I get to do shit like this, man. I met Mac Malley.
Yeah.
Virtually.
Well,
I get to do
Max.
shit like this, and that's my favorite thing about MMA. That's my favorite memory.
Now I'm gonna feel like a
Now
douche.
you're gonna be like, oh, I had a drink with
I would say I got going to 189 by myself because no one wanted to go with me, and all my friends were casuals, and I said, no, you guys don't understand what this is going to be. And that goes back to Rory McDonald versus, Lawler. I flew and went by my fucking self because I'm that dedicated. And it ended up being so fucking good. One of the
best events ever.
Top three.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a big one. That's a huge one. Being there for the Aldo Connor fight, huge one. Being there for all the events is really cool. Gina Carano sliding in my DMs for ribs recipe was pretty remarkable. But if I had to do one, it would be working on Cowboy Cerrone's car before I was even on Twitter, like when I was 18, bro. And he came in. You've heard this story.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
with Leonard
Garcia. Yeah, they come in, and my boss walks over, and I was the one that they'd always get to work on the expensive people's cars and shit, or like anyone from Jackson's or whatever, because I was good at my fucking job. And he comes over and goes, "Hey, Cowboy Cerrone?" What the fuck kind of question is that, bitch? And he's like, "Well, then why haven't you said anything?" And I look over in the back bay, and there he is standing with Leonard Garcia, bro. And he had just got a check from WEC, bro. And so he had bought a truck and like some aftermarket wheels with tires. So he wanted those installed. So I go over there to put them on. I meet Cowboy and Leonard. They're standing there cool as shit or whatever. And I go to put on their fucking wheels. And I'm a dumbass. I didn't even check. I figured they knew. So I jack up the truck. I take all of his wheels off. I go to put the new ones on. And immediately when I pick it up, I go, oh, dude, this is a GMC bolt pattern. It was a Ford truck. So
Don't work.
Like, it's not, no, there's, yeah, it's not, they don't fit. There's nothing you can do. Wrong bolt pattern. And so I look at Troy, I'm like, oh, shit, dude. I go over to fucking Troy, and I'm like, dog, those are GMC wheels, bro. Those are 8 bolts. He goes, oh,
Don't work.
fuck. So he calls over Cowboy and Leonard, Cowboy come over, and Troy kind of explains to him, like, what happened. And, like, Cowboy, you can see it in his face, like, bro, it changed. Like, what do you mean? We're like, so I go, like, well, so, like, this is a GM bolt pattern. It's wider. Like, these do not fit. They just don't fit. And he goes, this motherfucker of Craigslist told us these fit. And him and Leonard start looking at each other, and I'm like, oh, no. And so they go, well, he said he had another set of wheels. Hold on. So he calls him. You see him walk out, like, into the parking lot. He's on the phone. You can tell he's heated, bro. And he comes back over, and he goes, like, yeah, he's acting all whack. He says he's going to have to, like, we're going to have to pay him more for the other wheels. We're going to take care of this. Don't worry about it. He's like, bolt on the wheels. I'm like, yes, sir. Bolt on those wheels, bro. They showed up about 2 hours later laughing with the better ones that fit better. And he said, we got a discount. I don't know what that means. But
a man died that day.
Someone got their ass
allegedly.
beat. And I got Carlos Condit stories too. We'll save those for next time. I think this was a good start. Good start.
Fuck yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you don't, whatever. We just figured that what the world needed was another 2 white men doing a MMA podcast.
Yeah,
so
dude, if anything in the world is necessary right now, it's me and Max putting in bare minimum effort, drinking some beers, and yeah. We didn't even have to.
0.
Yeah. Hey, I remember one question, though. Mm-hmm. What was the best chest hair, male chest hair? Rob Emerson.
I'm going to go Ryan Hall. Rob Emerson's good.
He cut the fucking... What was that? Get out of here.
The logo thing, right?
We'll cut it with that. Yeah. Go look up Rob Emerson chest hair and have yourself
Google it,
fucking... Well, dude, we didn't even preview the card coming up this week. Don't matter, bitch. We'll be back to talk about it next week.
Fuck yes.